Hello, everyone. Bill Parish here from GTT Audio, and here with Stefan Schwehr from Audionet,
Yeah,
CEO and
an owner.
an owner. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. We're coming to you live from Munich.
Yep.
Stefan, it's great. You know, every year we're sitting there and telling the folks that, this Munich is all about business. And here we are on one of the business days.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's Thursday and Friday. We're coming to you live on Friday.
Mhm.
And it's an incredible event.
Definitely, yes. Every year, even though this year we are not exhibiting, but
Right.
I'm personally here because this is a culminating point on high end almost in the world. I think this year.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Munich is right now, this year is a transition year. It's the last year, and next year is Vienna.
Yeah.
And that should be great. And I know you'll be back in Vienna, but like you said, you took the year off, and there's a lot of people that are taking the year off. There used to be 6 halls or
Yeah.
eight halls. Eight halls. They're down to 6 halls, which means, I mean, that's a significant amount. A lot less attendance at this show as well. But to me, who's here, and you, I know you've been telling me all the business you've been doing, and we've been able to have just wonderful conversations and communication with existing contacts and new contacts. So
Yeah.
it's been very successful
It is.
for Dick and I here at the show, and
Yeah.
we just had our meeting, and now we're here shooting the video, and I know it's been successful with you.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
This is the opportunity because everything from the world they come here to Munich.
That's right.
Not only you from the US, but also my distributors, even from China. I just had a meeting with the Chinese people this afternoon. The Taiwan, as I said, Thailand, for example. Yesterday, Poland. So many of my distributors come here, and then it's a one in the year that we have face-to-face meetings. Even after the pandemic, we are now used to have video calls often,
That's right.
but it doesn't. It's not the same than having face-to-face meetings as you see.
Exactly. It's always better. And Dick and I have seen some guys, as we told you, throughout the hall, and sent them your way and told them, to get that Mach and Schrodinger on order. I want to thank you for what you produced. We asked for it, and you did it.
Yeah.
And I think, I gave you my feedback, and Dick gave you his feedback right away. But I think the journalists at Expona gave you their feedback as
Definitely.
well.
Yeah.
We walked away with a few best sounds at the show.
Yeah, this was really surprising to some extent because even though we knew that we did many improvements on our existing systems, that it got finally so enthusiastic about that we have really had done another step in, as you always say, in dynamics, in speed again,
Yep.
and that the sound is still a little bit more natural finally. This was also surprising us when we had this the combo the first time in my listening room, Berlin, comparing it to Max and Bridget 2, one of our also famous combos in the classic line.
Oh, yeah. Well, I agree. I mean, I'm not, if you tell me that's what you did, that's what you did. But I know what I hear.
Yeah.
I know what
Sure.
I hear.
I thank you from my side again that you gave. We can say you gave the impetus on
Oh, I did.
gave
I
the
asked
idea.
you for it. Yep.
You said there's something missing in between. Well, in particular on this monoblock, liner block sphere, something missing in the area between the Maxis and the Heisenberg.
Well, we had
and so-
Max and we
Yeah.
had Heisenberg.
Yeah.
And I said, thread the needle.
Yeah.
And you did it 60% of the cost.
Yeah.
And percentages are weird. The guys, my viewers know I don't like to talk about percentages, but I'll just say it's much more Heisenberg than it is a Max.
Definitely, yes,
Yes.
it is. And so we let's say you always say you take the best from both worlds, of course. Yeah, we have the best out of taking out the Max, but then what it was really then driving the new system was what we were taking from the Heisenberg and from the Stern, of course. And finally, I see also the form factor. It's a
Gorgeous.
Stern is to some extent really a nice box.
Yeah.
Well, I think also the Mach now is from the form factor a nice box.
Well, you know, I did have at least one client that did not buy a Stern, even though he has Heisenberg's, because he said there's no place he could put it in the rack.
Okay.
And I said, well, it's so gorgeous, it deserves a top shelf. But with two record players,
Yeah.
that wasn't going to happen.
And he's now one of the potential.
He's a potential. We're talking about it. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we're talking about it. Yeah, he had made another decision back then, but now now he's going to be coming in, flying in to hear it, and I'm sure he'll end up with a Mach.
Yeah, that's really good to know. Yeah, I also see there should be a potential underneath Heisenberg and Stern, together with this famous design we have.
Yes.
Still the design from Hartwig Esslinger.
That's
And
right.
I also talked to him, and he told me this was really well done. Yeah.
Well, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I just wanted the short video to let everyone see you. It's traditional what we do here in Munich, but I've got 7 videos to stitch together, so we're keeping them all short. Stefan,
Thanks
thank
for
you
having
so
me.
much.
Yeah,
It's so
thanks.
much. It's a real pleasure. Thanks.
Thanks.